It's it's all about pacing yourself, man, and not getting involved in the throes of the craziness of the world right now. We have the sun, Gemini. It is in 19 degrees. It's squaring over to Saturn in Aries, which is at 1 degree. It's mental overload meets truth. So there's a lot downloads coming in. There's a lot of impact that's happening. We're questioning our belief systems. We're just feeling totally under stress. And we're like, no, we just want to go and to have a nice summer, beautiful day. Went for a walk today, extremely smoky, made me sneeze all the way. So it's quite, I could feel it sort of burning my eyes as well a little bit today as well. We also have the moon just entering Sag, so it's building up for this full moon tomorrow on Wednesday. The fullness is there, the emotions are expanding, and yeah, it's about truth seeking. People want truth, but people are acting erratic, man. Jupiter just entered Cancer, brand new cycle. So we have things that as it crossed into Cancer, it's exalted, it's bringing nourishment, emotional depth, focus on the homeland protection. This is like a big wave. Like you got to think this big planet just came in from fire and entering into the water. That's how I look at it. So it's a big wave that's coming in, and it helps to amp up things to do with family based things, nationalism. So that's going to be, and that's going to have a little bit with the intensity. There is a lovely trine over to Saturn in Aries, and this is nice because this is kind of like a father son trying to get along together, right? And so it's not really exact, but we're seeing some structure coming to this and some emotional expansion. So emotional maturity is going to be the number one thing. So having emotional maturity is number one. As we look out to the world and we're like, what? Emotional maturity? Not emotional damage, emotional maturity. That's what we're looking for. And sometimes it's a very difficult thing to find because it's building up. And as I said, this week is an extreme of extreme weeks this week. So we're going to feel that. We're going to feel that energy. We're going to feel that build up. Now it's how we are going to be utilizing that energy and what are you putting it towards, right? The intense primal energy, especially around money, love, and power, Venus is squaring Pluto exact. So yeah, you might see some things explode, maybe a car on fire. You might see some people getting out of control, a little bit of rioting because they are feeling they're extreme. They are feeling violated. They're feeling our rights are being taken away. This is not right. So they're looking at things, but they're not looking at the whole picture of what's happening. They're not looking at everything. They're just looking at their own selves, their own fears. So their fears are being poured out onto the streets, literally. So there's a lot of emotion that's coming in and manipulation. So power grabs, relationships. This is where you'll find where there is something that is happening that is destructive. You'll find the little evil comes in there to make you feel betrayed, to make you feel like you are not a good person, to make you feel that this is not a good thing, right? So they will do that to you. So you got to watch what's the narrative that's being played around in your head. What is that's being said right now? Right? So watch out for obsession and the jealousy and the underworld dealing coming to surface. We do have Mars coming in, and it's like at 27, 28 degrees, and it's inching its way to Virgo. Now when it gets into Virgo, that's going to be where it's not there yet, but the thing is that I find that before something actually like the transit happens or something is happening in the skies, you might feel it beforehand. So like the full moon, feeling that energy of the full moon even before the full moon happens. So this energy with that Virgo coming forth going in, it's going to nuzzle up to the south node. So this is a feeling where of it can feel hopeless. It can feel like, oh, I can't do this. This is overwhelming. Set up a strategy. join me for the Sacred Summer series, honestly, because setting up some kind of strategy, setting up something to creating that spiritual energy within oneself is going to help you to navigate through the crazies of what's happening. Get a moon reading. I'm still doing moon readings, so if you are wanting to get a moon reading, you can order that too. So these are things to help to guide you, and that's what I do, right? I want to bring that spiritual guidance for you, so you don't get to that overwhelmness, so you don't get to that place where it's like, oh shit, this is too much. So there's a lot that comes in, and the sun comes in with the clashing ideologies and breaking news stories. So it's the media, right? So the media is really like coming out in your face, coming out, around you, and it can be, yeah, a lot. So this is where we got to bring in that Mercury and Jupiter, come forth. And I'm going to sneeze. Sorry. And that's because of the smoke and stuff coming through. You got to bring in the emotional intelligence, emotional maturity, emotional intelligence, and watch out for emotional manipulation. So discernment has to come in, right? Thank you. Illusions are dissolving, structures are being rebuilt. You have to come to an acceptance in what is happening right now is meant to be. And that's a hard thing to take, right? You got to accept the dismantlement, the craziness, the riots in LA, the war that's going on. These are meant to be, because these are the way that human beings, us humans, are forced to change. We're not good at changing when things are good. We don't want to. We don't want to move off our couch. For the last few years, it's been where what they've pictured, and we have a whole generation of, let's wrap ourselves up in a cozy quilt and sit on the couch and watch Netflix and sip our tea. And this is like, no, like, I've never known a generation that says, "Oh, you know what? I got to be in bed by 10." Like, what the fuck? No. No, no, no. You're stuck in roommate drama. Ah! Throw some salt on it. Just like, no, just like I'm blessing this. I'm throwing my salt, I'm throwing my holy water. I'm blessing all of this. That's what I'm going to do. And that's the best thing to do, especially with a lot of drama. This is where of getting out, getting involved, allowing yourself not to get stuck, right? We have the G7 summit coming up. We have world conflicts, AI escalations, authoritarianism rising, all reflected in the skies. And personally, people's triggers are up, right? They're escalated, and their shadows are loud, right? It's like, look at my pain. Yeah, okay, you got pain. Let's deal with it, right? It's not for you to just throw. It's like Mateus and I watched Madagascar, the first one, and this is there's the two chimps, and the one that does the signing. There's the one that talks, and one does the signing. And the one that does the signing as they're escaping from the zoo, and it's like, can I still throw my poo at people? You can't throw your poo at people. Can't do that. So no throwing your poo. But there is this truth, and they're busting out whether they want them or not. So there's a lot that's coming in. So your guidance, you got to ground. Get out in nature. We took a long walk. We went out. I took little Roxy out, and she just like is in her glory as we're going through the park and stuff and running. And when there's nobody around, I allow for the extra leash to go long, so that she feels like, oh, she's got freedom, but I still got control. So allow yourself, get out there, practice discernment. I've started a morning and evening meditation. I've started that. It's on TikTok right now. Um, and I don't know about trying to upload it here on Instagram. Excuse me, but it seems a little bit difficult to do. I know they only want short clips unless it's a live. So I did the morning one over on TikTok this morning. I'll see how, and I'm going to be doing an evening one. The evening one will be around 8 o'clock tonight. So we're doing an evening one. Sorry. So practice that discernment, doing the meditations. And this is for the month. Continuing on in the month, I will be doing morning and evening meditations. For the full moon, I am going to be coming on live and I will be doing a full moon meditation. So if you're wanting to join, it'll be on live and I'll post it up and to let people know when that is. So coming into that, allowing yourself to feel it coming into this, because with Venus squaring Pluto makes everything feel like life or death, you know, and it's not. So we have to breathe. We have to understand the craziness, the turn ups, and all of that that's going on is happening for a reason. There is. And this is a powerful day for shadow work. So if you're getting your shit in a knot and if you're getting pissed off about something, take a moment. Why are you getting so mad? What's that frustration that you're feeling? Right? Addressing it. This is shedding old patterns and of relating, especially around love and money. That's a big one because Venus is at home. And she does not like Pluto very much. That's why she doesn't like Scorpio. Because it takes you to have to face things that you don't want to face when you want to be in la la land and enjoy your wine and chocolate, right? So she doesn't want to be there. So the things that you can bring in is motherwort. Motherwort's really a beautiful herb. I've talked about it before. It's calming the heart and settling the nerves. You can get it in a beautiful tincture. Obsidian. Obsidian is a very magical stone. It's a stone that is used. If you ever had, if you ever seen an obsidian mirror, they're very magical. They used to be used for scrying and bringing in the scrying. So they bring in that protection. Obsidian does. So it's an if you're feeling energetically attacked, bring in some obsidian. You know, wear an obsidian bracelet, have it around you, bring forth the obsidian, and it's going to help you grounding that psychic body, you know, so you're not feeling so overwhelmed. The card I keep pulling up for the last little while has been the Tower card because things are just dismantling, things are collapsing, and we're in a stage of rebuilding, and people don't want to rebuild. They don't want that. You know, I feel like channel the fairies because fairies love to rebuild because they love to make something new. They like to dismantle things and make something new. They don't like you to dismantle their stuff. They dismantle their stuff, just an FYI. So don't go around dismantling any fairy mounds. You may not like what happens. So, oh, look at that. So yeah, you're wanting to build something, but maybe you have to take a step back to see what you need to restructure, see what really needs to happen at this time. So that overwhelmness of saying, "Well, look at what I'm doing. Look at taking that time back." Might be overwhelmed at work. There might be a lot of stuff going on at work, and you just have to take that time. Yeah, in comes the king. So the king is coming in. And he's the king of passion. He's coming in. He's letting you know what's going on, what's happening. He's like, trust in your passion, trust in that inner self, that inner being that is within you. Trust in that. It's helping to guide you. Your mind's going to be like a little bit all over the place. The Gemini energy's there. Jupiter's no longer in Gemini. Jupiter's gone into Cancer and is very happy over in Cancer. It wants to bring forth and expand what it is that Cancer represents. And that's safety, that's security, that's family. It's the fourth house. So bringing in that safety and security for yourself. Very important. So there you guys go. I'm going to eat my breakfast because I got my breakfast here. And I'm going to send you guys out so much love. And if you're wanting a moon reading, get a hold of me, DM me. They're $50. Or if you're wanting to join this sacred journey, it's self-directed. We meet every second week. It's a really beautiful booklet that you get, and it helps to guide you through and set up things for your summer and bring in the sacredness of summer and help you to work with different herbs, work with crystals, making lavender wands, all kinds of things, and setting up some sacred energy for yourself as we're heading through this summer and into the fall. So there you go. So have a blessed one. We'll talk to you guys all later, and bye-bye.